Hey guys, it's Courtney with the Kitchen Garten, and I have just gotten a box from Sunday Lawn Care, and I'm super excited to open it up with you guys. So a little bit of an unboxing. So let's talk about Sunday. So if you're new here, I am a vegetable gardener. I grow fruits and vegetables, herbs, and all kinds of things right here in my backyard garden. I have raised beds and row gardens and just grow things within the flower beds themselves. So my lawn is not really the top priority for me. It never really has been. However, as a gardener, I'm super concerned about my soil, and I have noticed over the last few years that the soil within the lawn has really started to just get pretty compacted. I'm growing lots of weeds. Things are green, but when you look closely at the lawn, it is chock-a-block full of weeds. And I know that that's not great for the health of my soil overall either. So I've been wanting to do something about it just for the health of the soil. So I sent Sunday some pictures and videos of my yard. I obviously have some furry members of the family who are contributing to this. And the kind folks there sent me products and instructions of when to put it on and what to use. I don't like to use pesticides or herbicides in my vegetable garden, and the same is true for the lawn. Everything is really low-key. I don't water my grass. It gets watered when it rains. I don't put any kind of like weed and feed on it. I'm just never sure what's in that stuff. But I've read up a lot on Sunday, and I feel really confident in the products that they produce, that they'll actually be beneficial for the soil. And if the soil is healthy, as with a vegetable garden, if the soil is healthy, then things will just grow well. And so that's what I'm trying to encourage, is the growth of the grass and the lawn, because the soil is good. So before we unbox, let me just show you, these are the pictures that I sent to Sunday, some of the issues that we're having. Our smallest dog loves to dig, so we've had to do a lot of filling in of holes, and then there's lots of weeds and a lot of pet urine issues, of course, because our dogs pee in the yard. It's actually pretty wild. You can see a significant difference between the lawn and the soil where the dogs are and where they're not allowed to go. They're on, an underground fence. So here's to hoping that the products that they've sent will actually show improvement, and I'm gonna follow this up in a series. But first things first, let's just check out what we've got in our boxes. Okay, so I was given 4 recommended products, and I ordered those. And let's see, do I remember what they were? No. But let's check it out. You can also, when you get on their website, they offer you a personalized plan. They'll actually use Google Maps to identify your yard. And then, of course, depending on where you are, and the climate, because we're super dry here right now. I live in the south, so it's also really hot. So I know that some of the stuff they sent me is specifically for places that, like some of their drought products. Okay, so let's check it out. So we've got Weed Warrior, which is a grass and weed killer. It's actually an herbicidal soap, so it's not. I mean, everything is a chemical, right? But it's not going to be like an artificial weed killer. So there was one that they said not to put in the grass. This must be the one that you can use in like the flower beds. And there's 2 of those. That's awesome. Okay. And a lot of their products, this obviously was in a spray bottle, but a lot of their products hook directly up to the hose, so you can just apply them directly. So this is Lawn Aid, a preventative summer stress treatment. So it's potassium for drought tolerance, as you know from the NPK, the K being the last letter, like when you look at a fertilizer, the 10-10-10. So this is a potassium for drought tolerance, which we need desperately. And this is simply a mixture of potash and seaweed extract. So, and this one bag will cover 3,000 square feet. We have a pretty big front yard, but like I said, where the dogs are is really the only place that the soil is really struggling. All right, and getting rid of the dog's not really an option. All right, next is going to be drought defense. So formula for drought stress, which we really need. We haven't had rain in a couple of weeks, and so definitely need this. It's strengthening up the grass roots and reduces its need for water. So it improves water distribution in tough soils. That sounds like exactly what I need. So that's the drought defense. There's 2 of those. All right, this is something different. This is Pet Patch. Helps to repair pet spots. We've got a lot of those. And it's safe to use around animals. So that's all this is safe to use around animals, which is super key because we have dogs who have no sense of danger. All right, and then there's some spray bottles. Oh, so here's the hookups for the hose. And then Dandelion Doom is a selective weed killer. You can actually put this on the lawn to reduce the weeds, but not kill the grass. And so this is really great because we have a lot of weeds. And I know that can come through, you know, bird droppings and seeds and all kinds of ways. And we're not looking for a totally weed-free lawn. I just would like the grass to have a chance. So we're going to get started on, I think he told me the first thing to do was to use the Dandelion Doom, but I'm going to go back and check that. Hello, Luna. Hello. But I'll go back and check that and make sure I follow their instructions because they obviously know what they're doing, and I'm going to be trying it out, and we'll do it one step at a time, and I'll record so that you guys can see how it works in the yard. I will say that I have used Sunday products once before, and I got those at Lowe's. It was like a grass seed patch, and I used it back here in the backyard when I was having issues with one of our dogs digging, and I was filling it in, but we had these huge patches then of no lawn, and if the grass is growing, it helps keep the soil in place. There's so many good reasons to have lawn, and it has worked. We have no bare patches in the backyard anymore, so I know that their products work. I'm interested to see how big of a difference it can make in our weedy front yard. So, all right guys, thanks for sticking around, and next video we'll be getting started.